So I took Jasper outside yesterday, and we live like on the top floor, and there's only one neighbor this way to us, like how you have to go down the stairs to get to the grassy part. So anyway, she had her door open, and I don't know if she was like cleaning, or maybe she just wanted to feel the nice breeze, don't know. But Jasper thought like, oh, open door, I'm invited in, and he charged into this lady's apartment. She screams, I panic, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. She's fine. Like, she was like, oh, it just startled me. Like, she's not mad or anything. But the embarrassing part is that she bent down and offered her hand out to Jasper, and he growled at her. Like, really, really, are you gonna be that rude? Hey guys, thanks for coming back to check out another video. So we are here today to do our third update to Project Randomuses. I think it's third. Yeah. So we started this in November. Was it November? I think it was. You know, you should really know if you are the one that started something. But anyway, I think this started all the way back in November. We update every other month, and you might be sitting there thinking to yourself like, Haley, you just updated this project 2 weeks ago. You're right, that video did go live 2 weeks ago, but it was filmed in April because I missed the March update. So we're finally back on track with the every other month updates. I know you're gonna see this, I think, on like the 27th. I try to do it around like the 22nd, so I'm a little bit behind, but not as behind as last time. So yeah, let's just quickly go over the rules in case this is your first time seeing this video. So Project Randomuses, please feel free to tweak this however it would work for you. How I chose to do it is I have 5 items in at a time. It is a rolling style like challenge, not really like a project pan, because you're leaving it up to fate. You're picking, or you're using the random number generator to tell you how many times you have to use a product, which is like low-key very stressful because you might want to work on something, but then it's like, oh, I might get a high number. I personally set my random number generator anywhere between, or I think my lowest is like 5 and my max is 50. It might be 10 through 50, but either way, make it work for you. Tend to update every other month. I know some people update monthly, and I think that that is great. I think it keeps you like in a better swing of things, but I tend to get some high numbers, and so I want to keep it at every other month updates. That way I can make sure like at least I have the potential to roll a lot of products out. So in the description box, I will leave a list of everyone that I know of that's participating here on YouTube as well as Instagram. If you do not see your name in my description box with a link to your account, please let me know. I try to keep track and make sure that everyone is in that description box, but sometimes I miss someone, and I greatly apologize for that. I want everyone to get credit. And if you're someone who is doing this at home and not updating on social media, I don't know why I keep like doing this, but you're not updating on social media, please feel free to like spam the comment section with all of your like progress that you're making and how, you know, either how much fun you're having or how tortured you feel by doing this. So that is it for like a little speed like introduction. All the rules will be in the description box. Basically, if you have a question, check there first, because I do try to make that as helpful as possible. Anyway, let's just get right onto this. This product that we will talk about first has been in since the beginning. So this is also, I forgot to say, I'm gonna leave like the goal and the uses and how many times total it's been used on the screen, just so that I can speed run through this a little bit more. So I'm not gonna fool with all that, but I do know this has been in since the beginning, and I think it had a 40 something use goal on it. But this is a loose blush from the Etsy shop Vyana Planet. It is in the shade Cranberry. I don't know why I about said it's in the shade Swedish, probably because it's a Swedish Etsy shop, but either way, this is a very pretty like rosy pink color. I know that I have not used it very many times this month, which is sad because this is like the perfect time of year for something like this. This blush is also great because if I wear like a darker blush and it's too dark, I can like help blend it out with this. So I'm really happy to be using this. I do struggle to reach for it because it's a loose blush, and it's not the fact that it's just a loose blush. Like, I've gotten comfortable using it as a loose blush. It's just that you can tell like the little jar it comes in is kind of tiny, and my blush brush has a hard time fitting down in there and then to like tap off the product and stuff like that. Like it's just kind of messy, and so that's one reason why I struggle to reach for it. I know some of you have helpfully commented like, hey, why don't you just like press it into a pan? I think that's a great idea, and I think that is something that I'm going to do. However, I just don't have any empty magnetic pans for right now. So this will still be staying in. Again, not mad at it because I am just enjoying it overall, but I feel like every time I get on here and I'm like, oh, I've only used it like 2 or 3 times, like it's just the least exciting product to talk about. So we got it out of the way first. Okay, this next product is really exciting. I have hit my goal on this. We have used it however many times we were supposed to. It is the Ulta Beauty Matte Bronzer. This was supposed to be, I think, a dupe for the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This was like a free gift with purchase. And y'all, I am just like shocked at what this looks like. Can you believe how much we have used? It is so thin in there. I need to repress this, but I wanted to wait until I film this so that you guys could see, like we have side pan and everything in there. This, after I hit pan, I don't know what it was, but it went so quickly. And this isn't like a super powdery bronzer. Like it's actually really pretty. It matches like my skin tone and everything quite nicely. So I've really enjoyed this. Even though it's rolling out of this project and I'm working on another bronzer with the goal to finish it up in a different project, I do want to like keep this in my little makeup basket and use it like at least once a week, because I could have this finished off by the end of the year, and that would be so amazing. It takes me longer than I thought to like go through a bronzer, but yeah, really excited about this. So this will be rolling out. All right, our next item to talk about is also rolling out, so I'm really happy about that. This is the Juvia's Place Loose Highlighter in the shade Cleo. I'm gonna try to open it up and not spill any out, just so that you can maybe see the color in there. Typically, I don't like swatch things every update video. I swatch things when they're like new and being rolled into the project. Very happy this is rolling out. This is a beautiful highlighter. It is I would say it's like a champagne gold, which tends to be like all of my highlighters. I like have really over purchased that color. But anyway, it's a little more intense than like a standard champagne gold. Like I think it's very comparable to like the Balm Mary Luminizer, but this is way more blinding and intense. So it is quite beautiful, but I do typically, when I put it on, I like try to go in with a light hand, but since it's a loose product, I find that it's a little harder to accomplish that rather than if it was pressed. But it is easy to like take your powder, like if you set your face down with powder, take that brush and like help blend this out, and it just creates this really nice effect. I don't have it on today because like I said, I think I only had like 9 more uses to go on that, but I have been wearing it pretty regularly in videos, so you know, you've seen it. But yeah, that one's rolling out. All right, so this next item is our face palette. It's the Benefit Cheekstars. Now, technically, I have not met my goal on this. I think I have 3 more uses to go, and I am going to use it the 3 more times, and you know, we'll talk about it when we update in July. But since I only need 3 more times to use this, and we're not going to update this project again until July, I'm going to go ahead and roll in a second face palette. And so once I use this 3 times, which hello, I could do tomorrow when I finish, or when I do my makeup, I'll already have like a new palette to be working on. I absolutely adore this palette, much more than I anticipated. My favorite shade that has gotten the most use is Sugar Bomb. Hopefully what you can tell is that a lot of the imprint on that has worn away. Dallas has definitely been my like least used. I think I've only used it maybe twice throughout this whole project, and I think this had a goal of like 43 uses on it. So it's not that Dallas is bad, it's just it's such like a pinky brown blush that I am just more into that during the fall months. So but yeah, everything else I feel like got a good amount of usage on this. I will leave in the description box like a total breakdown of how many times each like pan was used. But like I said, I do still have 3 more uses on it, but I am going to go ahead and introduce the face palette to replace it. Okay, so the last thing to talk about got rolled in last time, like in that April update, if I'm not mistaken. So I picked out this little 6-pan eyeshadow palette. It's from Juvia's Place. It is the Sweet Pinks. This is really pretty, especially for like spring and summer. I think I am so excited to be pulling this out and playing with it. Much like the Benefit palette, in the description box I will leave like an actual breakdown of how many times I used each shade. And so just in case you're wondering how I have numbered them, is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I haven't got as much use out of this as I thought I would, and it's not because this is a bad palette. I do have a picture to pop up somewhere on the screen of a look I did solely using this palette, and it is really pretty. It's just so intensely pink. Like, it's not something that I want to wear like all day every day, you know, but I am going to enjoy that over the next 2 months, pulling this in more as like a companion palette with some of the other eyeshadows that I have pulled out in my collection. And yeah, all right, so I have Pretty Random pulled up. So like I said, gonna show you what I'm subbing in for the Benefit palette after I use it the 3 more times. So this was gifted to me from Kaylee. This is the Glowing in Grease face palette from BH Cosmetics. This is just so pretty. I love all 3 of those blushes on the top. You will notice some X's here next to these 2 highlighters. These 2 are just far too dark for me. So I don't have them counted in my makeup inventory. However, through like using it in this setting, I'm going to try like 1 more time, give it my best go, see if these highlighters would work. I know some people mix their highlighters into lotions if they're too dark for them. I've tried that, and every time, I've done it 3 times now, it ruins my lotion. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong or what, but yeah, so I'm not really like looking to do that again. But anyway, I think this is a beautiful palette. Let me swatch it out for you, and then we will randomize how many times we have to use it. All right, so I went ahead and swatched out all 3 blushes and all 3 highlighters from this palette just so you could see it all. But here are the swatches of this. Like I said, I love all 3 of these blushes. They are just all so gorgeous. And then the first highlighter, Athens. Again, are we surprised? It's like a champagne gold highlighter. How many of these do I have? Far too many. But after swatching it, these bottom 2, I don't remember the name, but this one actually looks like it might be workable as a face highlight if I go in with a very light hand. Yeah, so I'm excited to roll this into this project. So like I said, let's get on with the show. I have Pretty Random pulled up, and I have the variables minimum 10, maximum 50. Mine never works when I shake it, so let's see. 32. Whew, okay, 32 uses on this face palette. And much like with the other like face palettes or like eyeshadow palettes that we've had in here, it's not that I have to use each pan 32 times. It's if I dip in, you know, one day for my makeup and use both the Mykonos and the Athens highlighter, then that's 1-2 uses. So that's how I tend to do it. And I think that that keeps me really motivated and gets a lot more use out of my face palettes, because that's some of the most neglected makeup within my collection. Alright, speaking of neglected items within my collection, I have quite a few like loose eyeshadows that I just never pull for. I don't know what it is. I think the ones that I own are quite pretty, and I don't like want to declutter them. It's not that they don't work or perform well, or that I can't use them, or that the shades are off. It's just I struggle to reach for them. So I picked out this one from Kristen Lee Cosmetics, which is another Etsy brand. This is in the shade Lust. Now I know she tends to update her shop and like cycle through items a bit more frequently than I feel like other people, which isn't a bad thing. So I don't know if this is still available, but you can see this jar, it's no joke. It is full to the brim. So I swatched it out for you. Obviously it is a white based eyeshadow, but it has this really pretty purple shift to it. I don't know, hopefully you'll be able to see that on camera. I am always terrible at lighting. Also, like, how much more awkward could I hold my hand? That doesn't even look like a hand, does it? It looks like a foot. That is how distracted I get. But anyway, I'm really excited to pull this out. I think that that like purple shift will play really pretty, especially with like the, you know, the pinks palette, and again, some of the other eyeshadows that I'm working on. But I'm like really nervous, like what number are we gonna get? This is gonna be the item where I get 50. I can feel it. Okay. 46, I was close. I told you, almost 50. So 46 times on this loose eyeshadow. And you know what'll be the amazing thing, I bet? Much like the loose blush, we're going to use it 46 times, and you probably won't even be able to tell that we really even made a dent in it. That is how generous this product, like, amount is in there. Okay, so let's talk about the last product we will be rolling in. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I did order a mystery box from Odin's Eye. I'm not really sure how to say it, but ordered a mystery box from them, and I really like all of the products that I got. I did get 2 matte lip stains in there. I'm wearing this one today, the one that I'm pulling in. I am wearing it today with a gloss topped on top of it. These are like really drying like feeling, and it makes your lips feel like sandpaper. Now putting a gloss on top of it completely makes it so much more comfortable, so easy to wear. So in case you're curious, the combination is this, which we're bringing in. It is the shade Perfect Plum, and then I have the Fenty Gloss Bomb Fenty Glow topped on top of it. In the like packaging, I feel like this looks like kind of like a purpley brown, but I don't know, like when I put it on and like put the gloss on top of it, I feel like it comes off a little bit more brown, and I really like the color of this. This is like a lip color that I really like to wear kind of on the daily basis, like just these like more brown leaning lipsticks, no matter what their undertone is. Like it could be pink, it could be like purple, like this, just whatever. It tends to be those brown lipsticks. So I do want to roll this in simply because, one, it's new and I really want to play with it and get more comfortable with it. But two, since it is a matte lip stain and it's a little bit uncomfortable and kind of fussy in that way, I fear that this will just sit in my drawer and not really get used. So I do want to pull this in. So let's, well first let me give you a swatch of it. So there is a swatch of it. This is so pretty. I feel like it does come across a little bit more like a purpley brown on camera, but then on my lips it looks more of like just a brown. So I don't know if that's just the lip liner I have on or the gloss or what, but either way it's pretty, and I will probably get a lot of use out of that Fenty Gloss Bomb because I'll use it in combination with this. So yeah, now let's randomize the number. Okay, so pretty random, pulled up, here we go. 28. All right, that's not bad. I mean, if we're gonna get a low number, this was the lowest number that we randomized. I want it to be for this lipstick because we all know Haley struggles to like actually apply and wear and hit usage goals on her lipsticks. But I think 28 uses is a good amount for that. So very excited. I do know one thing that I wanted to say was they have some staying power, these matte lip stains. They fade away quite nicely throughout the day. I really do like that, but they smell like childhood grape medicine. So it's like it's a little weird. Like I feel like when people have scented makeup, it's usually like food, vanilla, chocolate kind of stuff. So the grape is like throwing me off a little bit, but it's not like once you put it on, you don't constantly smell it on your lips. So yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this update. Hopefully it wasn't too long, but we all know we like to ramble. So let's end it here. I hope you guys are having a good day, a good night, a good whatever, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.